You want her to come back. You're not here because you're over her. You're here because you feel the weight of something unfinished, something powerful. And maybe, just maybe, you're hoping for a way to pull her back into your orbit, without begging, without chasing, without losing yourself in the process. Well, let me tell you something right now. The version of you that's heartbroken, desperate, scrolling for answers at 2 in the morning, that's not the man who gets her back. The man who gets her back is something else entirely. And this is where Stoicism enters the picture, because right now you don't need tricks. You don't need manipulation. You don't need to spam her with "I miss you" messages. What you need is control, not over her, but over yourself. This video isn't about making her jealous or playing games. It's about rewiring the way you think, move, and live, so that she has no choice but to feel your absence like gravity, so that she looks at you and thinks, "What did I lose?" If you stay with me, I'll show you exactly how to get there. And no, it doesn't start with her. It starts with you. Let's start with the cold truth. You can't control how she feels. Read that again. You can't force her to come back. You can't make her see your value if you don't see it yourself first. Stoicism teaches this beautiful, uncomfortable truth. You can only control your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Everything else, her feelings, her choices, her silence, that's outside your domain. So what does this mean? It means you stop chasing, not because you're giving up, but because chasing something outside your control is madness. It's weakness. It's noise. You see, the modern man is taught to react, to panic, to text her at midnight, to confess his feelings and pray she feels the same way. But the Stoic man, he breathes, he observes, he steps back, because he knows real power isn't loud, it's silent. Here's the twist. The moment you emotionally detach, not from caring, but from needing, something shifts. You stop needing her to validate your worth. You stop performing for her attention. And you start operating from a place of grounded strength. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly focused on yourself? Not as a distraction, not as a temporary escape, but as a mission. Because detachment isn't, "I don't care." It's, "I care, but I won't lose myself over it." When she senses that energy, that calm, cool confidence, she feels it, even if she's miles away, even if she's moved on. And trust me, nothing is more confusing, more irresistible than a man who has stopped needing her, but still carries quiet power. That's how you make her crawl back, not by begging, not by guilt-tripping, but by becoming the kind of man she can't ignore. You don't announce the comeback. You don't post motivational quotes on Instagram. You don't try to show off that you're doing better. You simply become better. You upgrade your body, not for revenge, but for discipline. You master your emotions, not to fake peace, but to truly feel it. You build your empire, your career, your purpose, your health, not to win her back, but because that's who you are now. And that shift, that evolution, it speaks louder than anything you could ever text her. You see, Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about being in control. And when a woman sees a man who is completely in control of himself, his emotions, his mind, his path, she doesn't see a robot. She sees a fortress. And if there's still love buried in her heart, that fortress will pull her back without a single word. Let me tell you something most men never understand. Silence is a weapon, but only if you use it right. Most men break in the silence. They panic. They check her social media. They stalk her stories. They invent fake reasons to reach out. You do none of that. You sit in the silence. You use it as a mirror. You reflect. You sharpen. You transform. Because if she left, there's a reason. And instead of obsessing over what she's doing now, You dive deep into understanding who you were when she walked away, and who you must become so she regrets it. And when that text finally comes, because if you do this right, it will, you're not the same man she left. You've grown in the silence. You've suffered well. And now, you decide whether she even fits into this new life you've built. People will try to tell you this is about making her jealous, about playing it cool just to win her back. But if that's your goal, you've already lost. The man who truly transforms doesn't do it for her. He doesn't do it to prove something. He does it because he looked in the mirror one day and said, I deserve more than this. More than begging. More than pain. More than waiting for someone who forgot. Your worth, and that realization, that's your first step toward a comeback that isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle, it's personal, and it's permanent. Because whether she comes back or not, you come back to yourself. You want to know what really brings her back? It's not a message. It's not a post. It's not a desperate voicemail saying, I miss you. It's the silence, the mystery, the energy shift that says, I'm not who I was when you left. She'll feel it when she doesn't hear from you. She'll feel it when mutual friends say you're glowing up. She'll feel it when she scrolls through your profile and sees that soft strength in your eyes. And when she reaches out, it won't be because you chased. It'll be because you stopped. And now, you hold the power. Here's the final Stoic lesson, and it's the hardest. You must let go of the outcome. You must be at peace with the idea that she may never come back. Because the moment your transformation depends on her return, it's no longer real. Let go. If she's meant to come back, she will. If she doesn't, you're still standing, stronger, sharper, more grounded than ever before. That's the paradox. The moment you no longer need her return is the moment she's most likely to, because she senses the power. And power is what women crave, not control, not dominance, but inner strength, stillness, stability. That's what Stoicism gives. Euphor, and that's what will bring her crawling back, if she's wise enough to recognize the man you've become. So now you know. You don't chase. You don't beg. You don't fold. You become. You step into silence. You take full ownership of your mind, your emotions, your path. That's the Stoic way. And in that silence, in that stillness, she'll feel something shift. And whether or not she comes back, you'll realize something even more powerful. You never needed her to begin with. But if she comes back now, it'll be on your terms. Stay strong, stay silent, stay stoic. She'll feel it. She'll regret it. And when she comes back, you'll decide if she's worthy of the new man you've become.